What's going on YouTube? It's Don keeping it going, Charles, bro. Or Don keep it going, Charles. It's October 6th, Monday, 2025. Um, all day today I've been trying to do reaction videos, do edits, bro. That shit is tiring, bro. I don't know if I'll ever do that again. I found different programs I can use. I've been watching a bunch of advice videos. I'm kind of just tired of filling my history videos up with just how to do this, how to do this, how to do this, which is not bad because you're learning at the same time. But so yeah, all day, bro. I haven't even slept yesterday. I didn't go to sleep till like 7 o'clock this morning. So I was trying to come up with ideas or what I wanted to do, subjects or whatever the case may be. And I was trying to do that. I was gonna do two videos, but they went to shit, and I realized I'm like, oh, well, it's not really gonna make any sense. But I'm gonna still keep that on the back burner to make those videos. But it's complicated because I'm trying to. I was trying to do the reactions and stuff, and my God, bro, that was difficult. So I'm not gonna do that again for another while. I'm still learning. So, but yeah, it's the 6th of Monday. October 2025. But today I wanted to get into some stuff, like just ordinary stuff, like where do I see myself in the next 5 to 10 years? That's where I kind of want to start. Where do I see myself in the next 5 to 10 years? Honestly, I've been asked that. What do I see myself doing in general? I don't even really know, bro. The next 5 to 10 years, bro. Hopefully in good health and good spirits, right state of mind mentally. It can't get any better than this. The next 5 to 10 years from now, I hope to be in the UFC, if not the UFC, some organization, but I'll get into all the organizations either next video or probably in this video, but it probably won't be the next video. And this video probably won't drop for the next couple hours anyway, because it might be a little long. That's kind of the struggle. It's kind of a picky topic right now. I honestly don't know without boasting in a way. I honestly don't know, bro. Um, the next 5 to 10 years, like I said, hopefully I'm in good spirits, good health, still around, still alive. I hope for the best, bro. Hopefully I'm in like the UFC or some form of organization where I can get my foot off the ground and get my name out there. Really starts back getting back in training. So hopefully, shit, by next year, hopefully I'm still training. I get back into training once I move out of Illinois. But dude, I don't know what the future holds, bro. But I know what I have to do to get there. The five to next 10 years is constantly training, traveling, and training, bro. And just that alone, bro, that should give me some time to put some grind in and get my body back rejuvenated. Like I said, in April, I'll be 29 years old, damn near 30, bro. And there's a lot of younger guys out there, stronger, faster, hell, better looking probably. That's just being honest and shit. And there's just so much competition out there right now, bro. Especially in this era, like, where you can watch everybody's training, what gyms. Hell, you can watch dudes training in shitty gyms. There'd be like 5, 10 guys in there, better than some rinky dink gym or some fancy ass gym or some shit. Um, and it's gonna be a struggle, bro. I'm telling you that right now. The next 5 to 10 years of just completely training, trying to get my name out there, trying to get a brand out there, trying to get my business up, trying to make money. Because like right now, me and my girlfriend, she just applied a job where I applied at like months ago. Never got a call back. But hopefully she gets the job. And hopefully I find like a little part-time job soon because I'm really wanting to move out of town. Just, leave Illinois and go back to Missouri. There's nothing against it. It's just, I'm so used to traveling. Not gonna lie, bro. If you would have told me 2016 or 2020, 2021 that I was gonna be traveling state to state, and that's not including. Well, I really wouldn't couch hopping like that, but if I'm saying that in a nice way, I wouldn't have believed you, bro, at all. I'm not gonna lie to you. Because all my life has consisted of work and home. When I was living with my grandparents, living in the basement, bro, drinking every day, bro. Kind of depressed because the shit I was going through with the last girl I was with, my very first love, or whatever you want to call it. But even then, I was going from one small town to a big city just to go train. It wasn't very far from each other. I mean, about like an hour or so, a couple minutes. But even my mom was like, "You need to just move up here and just leave that town alone. Just move up here. There's really nothing up there for you. Just move up here and just train here in Columbia and all that stuff." I'm like, "I know, Mom. I know. I'm working on it." That's because I couldn't let go of the girl I was with, and I was thinking no matter how hard I work, I was gonna get her back. That never happened. I'm kind of glad it didn't happen, but I just hope everything's good riddance with her, But shit. Yeah, I seen my coach. He posted some new stuff, updated stuff on Facebook. So there's a bunch of fights coming up and everything here in November, September. Got one guy going to Texas to represent USA. I'm jealous in a good way, but I'm frustrated with myself because I know my potential. I know my skills. I know what I have to do to be a better fighter, skill set, just mentally as a person too. But yeah, the next 5 to 10 years, bro, I don't know what organization I'm gonna join. It might not be the UFC. It might be the UFC. It might be Pro Fight League. It might not be. It might be overseas. The ONE FC. Everybody or one champion, but everybody's been downplaying that organization. Like I said, I think in the next video I might do a little watered down different organizations and stuff. But the overall deal is like there's just so much competition out there, and I don't even know if half these organizations can promote like UFC is doing right now, bro. $7.7 billion deal, bro. It's no wonder a lot of these other gyms or organizations and promotions are going through what they're going through because the business side of it, But yeah, bro, I'm not worried, kind of am, because I'm getting older and like I said, there's a lot more competition up there. I'm not really worried about the young guys, kind of, but not really. But it's more so the older guys, the experienced guys, I have to worry about, Like I said, just fighting and traveling and getting back in that state of mind. And yeah, there's gonna be times where I might be gone days out of a month, bro. Going to this gym, meeting coaches. When you move up so far up in the ranks and stuff, you're gonna be gone from family. You're gonna be with other gyms and stuff like that. You're just gonna be traveling back and forth, traveling back and forth, traveling back and forth. You're you're a worker, you know, that's what workers do. They travel. That's what fighters do. They travel, you know. That's what businessmen do. They travel, you know. Um, that's why I try to explain to my mom and my sister, like, I'm not trying to be a dick or an asshole, but even they got to the point where they understand, and now it's just like people outside of them. Like, it's one thing, you know, I used to say this a lot. At work, I deal with the mental bullshit, basic shit, drama shit, mundane shit, people shit. In training, fighting, professional world, in that world, I deal with it on a physical level. That's completely different. The people I meet in the work life as a civilian, they have different connections that I don't have because I'm not really of that world. I just work in it. But fighting, it might be somebody I know somewhere in one of the highest organizations or somewhere in any organization. I can get my foot in the door, just the same as the other person on this side, you know. But it's not about just getting my foot in the door. It's about getting experience and stuff. Because like I said, there's so much competition out here. There's only but so many slots in these organizations, bro. Like, and I realize like the top 1% men in the world only get selected to these top organizations, bro. You know how hard that is, bro? That's some shit I damn near think. I didn't start really think about that shit. I really haven't really started thinking about that shit till like last year to now, this year kind of, now really. There's only, and then you got the Canadian League, you got the USA League, you got that, and then that's just like different many organizations. You still get paid, you know, but not on the same level as the UFC, or you might not get as much recognition, but you still get paid. Your name still get out there, depending on how you promote yourself, or how much you put yourself out there like that, you know. Um, but there's only so many fighters in the league because look how many fighters are around the globe, bro. Yeah, everybody's trying to get in every organization. Everybody's got a gym to go to, but they're still trying to get into an organization where they can get noticed and get money and stuff like that. Make money and stuff, good money, prize fighting money and stuff. But look how many fighters is around the globe, bro. I mean, there's guys out there that's had 200 amateur fights. That's not even half the globe, bro. That's that's probably that's probably a couple counties, a city regional thing, bro. Probably two states, different counties, bro. A cut 200, and that's if you're not fighting a guy. Same. That's not if you're doing the trilogy, the good old trilogy, bro. Everybody knows about the trilogy, bro. And one fight, the second fight, the trilogy. Everybody knows about that trilogy, bro. There's nothing wrong with having that same third person you fought on your record, but you still want to be able to move up and fight guys who are really good and fight the top best guys in the world. You know what I'm saying? That goes back to my last video about being disciplined and having regrets on. I wish I would have stayed focused on training. Because as I got older from 2016 to 2018 to 2025, dude, there's so many young fighters around the world and that's not even including just fighters in general around the globe, bro. Around the globe, bro. Around the globe. You got guys transitioning from boxing to MMA. You got guys from MMA transitioning to boxing, and then they're coming back to MMA. And bro, there's so many guys out there trying to get into this sport, bro. It's not even funny. You know, they're all in gyms and stuff, you know. They're all in the gyms and stuff, you know, actual MMA gyms, you know. Trying to get that name out there, trying to get that paycheck, bro. There's nothing wrong with that. Fighting is fun. Martial arts is fun. The arts are it's fun, and that's one thing I have to realize too. But that's one thing a person has to realize is like, don't just be serious with it, man. Have fun with it, bro. You know, hopefully one day I get to travel to Japan and Brazil and Okinawa and all that stuff and get into Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. But for now, I'm just stay where I'm at. Go to Missouri, get some fights under my belt, you know, and yeah, bro, it's mad competition out there, bro, and that's the 5 to 10 year thing, bro. That's what I have to look forward to. You know, I have to stay focused on that because when I was young, you know, you might win a couple fights here and there. Or you might have a good day of sparring. You might have a whole week, a good week of sparring, bro. But then you get big headed. You want to party, you want to drink, smoke, you know, stay up on all that shit. The same shit I was doing, the same shit I still do sometimes. Mine is the drinking part, but I don't drink as much like I used to. But I did have a few shots like last night. But like, just like the old me, you know, way back, bro. And then you don't want to do too much of this shit either when you make it. Or if you mid make it, bro. If you mid make it, because that's taxing on your body, bro. Your joints start popping and locking when you at work, bro. You at work, you bending over, man. Or you squatting to pick something up, or you drop something, or you gotta move something. Your neck is making weird sounds. Your elbows, your thigh bones, your kneecaps, your toes. Man, you turn around, your whole leg joints pop and shit. It don't mean it hurt. Sometimes it might. Yeah, bro, that shit's taxing, bro. And that's just stressing your body alone. That's not just from fighting. That's whatever you put in your body that's not good for you. That's inflaming your joints. That's inflammation on the body. It's inflammation on the liver, inflammation on the skull, you know. And then another thing is like when I kind of like cut back on drinking, it was weird because like you had like young people in their early 20s, and there some of them were females, like two females and a dude, an Asian dude. They were like passing away back to back. Now two of them were like porn star females. I don't judge them by their career. Get your money, hey. And one was a boxer, but he got hit in the head. But I think it had something to do with the whole he didn't have enough rehydration in his brain to absorb this stuff. Which is that's a complicated topic. I'll probably do more research on that or something like that. But yeah, you know, it could be the lifestyle you're living. It's not necessarily what you're doing. It's probably what you're putting in your body. It's probably you not getting enough rest, bro. So the next 5, 10 years, I'm probably just gonna be sleeping all day, going to training, bro, rehydrating every single day. Um, My girl just went shopping. She got money on her EBT right now. You know, we're barely scratching the paint, barely getting by, bro. Um, but I had her get fruits and vegetables, and we ate some nachos or walking tacos or something like that. Had decent protein, good little food. But then I got a lot of fruits and vegetables and water case and stuff like that. And right now we're in the middle of looking for jobs so we can get her car fixed, get a new transmission, and move out of town, move out of state, and go on from there, you know, because 2026 is around the corner, and I'd be damned if I let next year, I already let this year and the last 2 years get a hold of me, kind of, sort of, but I'd be damned if I let 2026 get a hold of me, bro. Just like I said, I'm trying to be a big threat, a big issue in the sport and everything, despite what's all going on. And that's even taking consideration of what I watch, what I eat, what I say, getting rest. Especially when I'm watching, because, like, at the end of the day, I have to realize, like, I still have that athlete mentality. I have a competitive mentality, bro. You know, all those bullshit videos of people just racism, this, you know, just talking about racism. It's always about whites, blacks, Hispanics. I try not to get caught up in the whole race, religion, and politics, gender fluid. I can't do that, bro. I just can't. It's a waste of time. It's a distraction. And people are actually putting that shit out there, you know, tricking people like, this is a cause, this is the effect, which is true, but which is true, but that shit has nothing to do with me, bro. And what's going on in the world has nothing to do with me. Honestly, I don't give a fuck about racism. I don't give a fuck about the next person like that when it comes to like some evil, fucked up shit, you know? I had nothing to do with it, bro. I'm not out here embarking on a war. I'm embarking on a war on myself, bro. I'm at war with myself, bro. Trying to get better, bro. I'm gonna stop, bro. Trying to get better, bro. Seriously, man. Everything's just a distraction, bro. Like, and I'm happy because I feel better. There's sometimes where I see these thumbnails and it's pretty cool, you know. I'm like, oh, that looks interesting, but it's always coming back to race, religion, and all this shit, and it's always coming back to like black this, black fatigue, and all that. Nigga, I am black rejuvenation. I don't know shit about fatigue. The only fatigue I know is when I'm in the gym or if I'm not putting in the work and I'm in there getting my ass. Well, that's the only fatigue I know, bro. But I refuse to get my ass beat. Give a fuck about what a fatigue is when it comes to people or race. Only fatigue I know is when I'm in the sport and I know I'm not doing enough cardio. I'm letting the person get the best of me. That's the only fatigue I know, bro. Uh, but yeah, man. I think within the next 5-10 years, it's gonna be a long journey. Training, dieting, meeting fighters, probably going to different gyms, meeting new people. Um, that a lot of that has to come. You know, it's gonna happen eventually. I just gotta prepare for it. And I'm already knowing, dude, there's gonna be mad competition out there, bro. I cannot stress that enough, bro. That's why I've been trying to eat healthy and, dude, the only time I stay up late, like I got my sister calling me. The only time I stay up late, because I'm constantly watching videos, trying to get ideas, or trying to remember subjects I want to do, or just watching fight videos, just watching worldly videos, what's going on in the world. Not too much of the worldly shit, because too much of that shit can drive you nuts and just be like, what the hell is going on, bro? But that's for nobody or whatever, bro. Um, but yeah, and then with the fight organization, there's so many fight organizations, bro. So there's a chance. So there's no excuse why a person that is in the sport, like that one YouTuber said, I forgot his name, but he said, "Congratulations, you won the worst lottery ticket to the hardest sport in history, the hardest sport in history, or something like that." Man, bro, just getting kneed in the face, getting kicked in the face, a knee like by middleweights, heavyweights, bro. I kind of miss that shit, but just getting punched and kicked in the rib and getting dropped and just sparring, getting hit in the nose, getting accidentally getting butt hit in the nose and shit. It's just, maybe it was intentional, maybe it wasn't, but that shit will toughen you up. And next bar match, you go on there and fuck some shit up and try to do it not the dirty way like some of those people do, but you can if you want to. But the next 5 to 10 years, bro, it just should be about grinding, and that's what I plan on doing, bro. And I don't know, like I said, there's so many fight organizations and there's so many fighters out there I haven't even met yet, and I've been to a lot of different gyms. I've been in gyms in Alabama, Chicago, and Missouri so far. I met fighters who were gonna be in the UFC, and I met guys who were working on getting in the UFC that are in the UFC or whatever, or however you want to say it. Um, I should have rolled a blunt, bro, but I don't feel like it right now. Yeah, man, it's treacherous out here, bro. So for the next 5-10 years, we're gonna be in them trenches, bro, throwing hands, bro. Um, you gotta love the sport, bro. It humbles you too, you know. And not only that, like I said, it took me a minute to realize, like, it's 1 minute training at the gym, right? You got your local fights, regional fights, statewide fights, you got international fights, but it's different when you got your global, bro. Fighters around the globe. Not just, all right, next door home state, down the street. where you might have 10 different fighters in a county or some shit, or more than that. You might, I don't know, might. But then you got the whole globe, bro. And then you got the international fighting stuff, you know, like one big old giant fight club, you know. Um, yeah, bro. Who knows what's to come in the next 5 to 10 years? You know, I can't speak for everybody. For everybody else, I can only speak on behalf of me right now and what's to come, bro. Like, I just see a whole lot of war and fighting, you know, training in the combat way for me in the cage and training wise or whatever. But um, I'm gonna try to continue to make more videos. I'm gonna try to continue to get better at it. Uh, but yeah, man, it's just like I said, we're light years way ahead right now. Just gonna try to prepare for years to come or whatever. I do have to buy new shin gear. I really have to get a whole thing of equipment and gear. So I gotta buy shin gear. I gotta buy new wrestling shoes. I gotta buy hand wraps. I gotta buy boxing gloves, MMA gloves, headgear. I gotta buy rash guards. I gotta buy all that stuff. Bro. I used to have all that stuff, but now I was traveling so much from like 2013, 2016, 2015, 2020, 2025, 2019. Bro, I was doing so much. Trying to go to boxing, trying to go to this gym, trying to go to that gym, traveling, and moving state to state, and then COVID hit, and which is I still don't know why my mom would use my gi for the pit bull that we were to get rid of and leave it in the basement. Ugh, that was stupid. But I ended up getting another one. I think I got another one, but that thing is small, so I gotta try to lose some pounds. Plus, with me being at like damn near 5'6", bro. Yeah, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not at 5'5.5", 5'6". I'm not fighting at no 170, 180, bro. Not doing that shit. Barely catch me at 150 something. I might fight at 150 something, but we'll see though. Like I said, start dieting a little bit. Not necessarily dieting right now. Right now, I'm just pre-positioning myself to eat a little bit healthier. Then I'll start focus on dieting. I don't want to just jump into it and then just get irritated. But yeah, man, it's a lot of work. Yeah, that's a lot of work ahead of me, physically, mentally. As far as 9 to 5 go, like I said, I'm gonna try to find a little part-time job here and stay out the way. And then once I get into Missouri, I'll just find a little part-time job that's making decent money, or full-time that's real flexible, hopefully, or really a part-time that's making decent money, and get me and my girl get an apartment and stuff like that, because it's really expensive out here, bro, especially with like 4 or 5 pets, 3 dogs, 1 cat, and eventually my sister taking the cat back, so it'll be all right. Yeah, and hopefully we find a place where it's like wooded area, lots of grass, lots of land, so I can exercise around and stuff, you know. But yeah, man, and if I were you, whoever's watching this video, if you're not watching this video, you don't even gotta watch the video, just play it in the background. If I were you, bro, I'd start preparing, focus on what, it's almost 2026, dog, I'm telling you. If you ain't out here grinding, you ain't gotta grind till you die, bro. You ain't gotta grind till you're tired and exhausted. Some form of grinding, bro. Just make it happen. Because you don't want the world to leave you behind or feel like you're being left behind. But sometimes there's nothing wrong with that either. But at the same time, if you know the type of person you are, you got a competitive mentality, or you just gotta work for it. You just, whatever it is, bro. Go out and prepare, go out and conquer it, bro. Because it's almost 2026, bro. Before you know it, it'll be what? 2030, 2038, 2040. Man, bro. We have yet. That sounds creepy. The cat's on the door. But we have yet years to come. So, a lot of you guys and females out there, especially you guys out there, because Man, I know a lot of y'all are out there lost and depressed and shit. Get the fuck out of that depression state, bro. I'm just saying, not to be mean, bro. The middle big bro, like J. Cole said. Um, Start preparing, bro. It ain't the end of the world. It ain't none of that shit. Just start preparing for whatever the universe is gonna give you back in return. You have to grind it out, bro. You don't think the universe is probably ain't mad at you? Why the fuck is he working for the next person? Why is he having to worry about this person? Why is this person why are you not focused on self, getting better and making money? Or just getting better mentally or thyself? You know, if you doing shit, then if you feel like you deserve shit, then that's what you deserve. You know, but like I said, just start preparing, bro. Get ready, cause you never know, bro. When you might get that phone call, you never know when you get that something good, bro. And it happens in the strangest ways, bro. So what you put out, what you get back, you know. I decided to put out the warrior spirit, humble spirit, but sometimes be a little asshole, you know. You gotta protect myself and watch my back. But yeah, man. Don, keep it going. Charles, I'm a little tired. I'm sorry, but it's October 5th, 2025, bro. Or October 6th, 2025, a Monday. Um, Shit, it still feel like we're in the era of COVID. Years went by. It don't even feel like years went by. It just feel like it's the same as it was, just the next day. But yeah, man. Make sure you guys follow, like, subscribe. Um, Man, be the master of your universe. As Tall Buddy with the long hair would say in the TV show Shameless. That was actually my favorite quote he said. But the TV show, they could do a little better. But yeah, be the master of your universe. Be the master of thy universe. Be the master of your universe. All right, love you guys. I'm getting out of here, man.